The installation of the Rotel client or the whole demo setup for NAV2013 has now been done. This one is going to be a video about how to actually set up the web client for NAV. After installing, there are several updates that needs to be run based on some of the features that has been installed, so all that one has also been done. But else, nothing has been changed here except running Windows Update to know important updates for available, and then having the demo set up for the Rotel client for 2013 in here. So the first piece to do is to go change some settings in standard Windows and activate the Internet Information Server. To know the exact process of doing that one, there actually is a document on the mergetool.com website that explained which features to enable in here. So if I click on the download tab, I'll have down here at the bottom, there's a document about how to actually install the web client for NAV 2013 in here. So I'll go ahead and save that document in here. There's two pieces of it, because one of the things that typically happen is that not everything is connected correctly, and for some reason something is not working in here. So the first thing is the README file, and it have the description about how to install the web client and what features to enable in the Internet Information Server. The other one is a script that actually will run and fix the bindings afterwards. So, but let's go first add the components to Windows, where we can change the settings. So I'll go in here to my Windows features. I'll need my Internet Information Server. I need to change a few of the settings in here. Under Application Development, I would need to have .NET and ASP.NET here, and it checks two more for me down here. The other thing I need is the Windows authentication down here, and that's all I need. So then I can just go ahead and click OK. This one is a little different in a server environment, where you have to add a role to actually go do this one. This one is a Windows 7 install, 64-bit Windows 7. It's now configuring my Internet Information Server. So that was done. So if I now go back here, open up my localhost website, I'll see the Internet Information Server is now working, and I'll just enable the internet settings in here. So that's all fine. Next thing is to go install the web client, and that's a pretty simple install. It's an additional install by running the setup program for NAV2013. I'll go in and add remove components, and I'll go in and say I want to add the web server component down here, and I want to run it from this computer. Click next, and there's really no settings I have to change in here. The one thing that has changed here is that we'll actually open up the demo site after installing it in here. And again, I don't have Outlook installed, so that's fine. Now installing the web server component. And if I view the problem again, it's only the Outlook one. But as I can see in here, it actually failed opening up the website. And there's really two things that can go wrong in here. This one is one of the error, another one is something about HTTP in here. But let's go look at that file I downloaded here before. So if I go into my temp folder and uncompress this file in here, there is a script to actually fix that install, and if I go edit it, it goes through a couple of things in here and stopping and starting the Internet Information Server. It's very important you run this as an administrator, because a normal user will not have access to it. So, but run this as administrator. You'll go through stop my NAV server, and then a couple of functions in .NET and the Internet Information Server to tie all the things properly together. The second one takes a little time of running down here. And then after that, it should launch the web client for NAV, and there should be nothing else to do actually. If you're installing the SharePoint client or something like that one, there is a chance this one gets broken again, and the same script is actually able to handle those issues also. So you can just run it again, it will fix all the bindings and make everything work properly in here. Back here, that's because server shut down, so I need to close this one here. This one takes sometimes several minutes depending on your computer, so there's nothing wrong. It will take a while. So now it's stopping the Internet Information Server again. Now it's starting the NAV server, and now it's launching the web client. And I can see the Cronus message coming up here, and then after I click OK, I'll see my normal row center come up here. The difference between this one and the regular client is really not that big. It's very, very similar in here. So if I look at it, I'll see I have a kind of similar looking list of my menu items up here, or having this ribbon. I look at my site, it's very similar to the client. The major difference in here is there is no department menu. So only what's in the row center is actually what's going to be shown out here. But I can go in and look at sales orders, and I get to a list of sales orders. I have a little difference in navigating because you have to click next and previous down here. But if I wanted to go take a look at one of the sales orders, you will open up the sales order again inside my browser. This one also works in Safari on an iPad or iPhone. It's going to work in Firefox, it's going to work in Chrome. So all the browsers will be supported doing this one in here. So I can see I can actually go in here, I can post same way as I normally do. There's really no difference, and all the code executes on the service tier. So performance-wise, there's really not a hit on it. And I guess this order had nothing to post. But let's go in and create a new one here. And I'll just say this one should be number 10,000. I can do lookup as I'm used to in the client. It works a little differently. See, now it's doing the transaction in here against it. So I'll go down here. I want a line. I want item 70,000. Again, it's now communicating with the server. And then I'll put in my quantity of 2 out here. And now that line has been typed in. So I can go here and release my order. It now changed the release, and I can of course go do my post. And let's say I just want to ship first. Now it has transactions going on again here. So it has a please wait, and then now it posted that one. If I go here and say invoice, it will do the last step, and my order is actually done. So it's very, very powerful. This one, I'm back on my previous order here, by the way. So my order disappeared in here. So for users that don't need to do a lot, but mainly look at data, it's very powerful. You can send a link to them directly with company name and everything in here to actually look at a specific document, for example. And it's using all the validation code, everything from NAV. There's not a single line of different codes you have to write to use the web client out here. So just to recap, what I did, I ran all the Windows updates first. Then I configured Windows to have the Internet Information Server set up. Then I ran the web client install. And at the end, I run the script that is available from mergetool.com with the corrections for actually fixing the installer.